What's up, y'all? Let's look and see what's next. Okay, this is Jason's sketchbook. So this is an old sketchbook from way back. We're talking early 90s. And we've got us a little Cyclops here. Okay, so this was a cover of I was really into X-Men. I started my X-Men collection, I guess it would be starting in the early 200s maybe, and around Mutant Massacre and Inferno and things like that, you know, when Madeline Pryor turned into like the Goblin Queen, and things like that were going on. So a friend of mine had some comics. He's a relative, but he's a friend of mine. Let's see. I was really influenced by, he liked to draw. He had comics, things like that. I had other friends that had comics, but, you know, it's kind of like a little brother thing. Looked up to him, about 3 years older than me. And so that's kind of what, I don't know if I wound up with his comic book collection or not. I don't remember. Maybe I did sooner or later. But I remember somewhere along the way, him and his brother introduced me to a friend of theirs, which had a ridiculous amount of comic books. And his brother did also. And their friend was willing to sell any of his comic books that he had for $0.25 a piece. And I had really hit the mother lode. And I think his brother was willing to, his brother let me look at his comics, but he was going to be more picky about what he'd be willing to sell, but he would still sell them for like $0.25 a piece. So for a while there, I was really stocking up on some comic books, and this is one of the ones that I got. This is, my X-Men collection, of course, grew greatly during that time period. And let's see if you can guess who the artist is, and maybe who the writer is of this comic. Do you know what comic it comes from? I can tell you it's from the early 80s. Okay, I had to do a little fill-in. There was an X-Men logo up here. I believe it was Uncanny at the time. I don't know what year they changed to the Uncanny X-Men, from the X-Men to the Uncanny X-Men. But there was a logo up here, and I think the beam was hitting the logo. And so you wouldn't be able to see this, and this tentacle or whatever. I added that. I'm not sure if I had to add some of this or not. This may have all been in the picture. So this appears to be just a regular pencil drawing that I came back with some colored pencil. A little bit of purples there for the tentacles. Some yellows for Scott, and his blue in his uniform. Got the octopus and some bubbles. I didn't like the way his nose was, but I think that's the way his nose was on the cover. See, straight up old Scott's nose. So, okay. There we go, Mr. Scott Summers. So I actually did look this up. I had to figure it out. And I'll go ahead and tell you. You can make a guess, or you can watch till the end of the video. I'll tell you, this is X-Men number 176, if I remember correctly. I'm going to post a picture at the end of the video of what the cover of it looks like. Give me your opinion on, did I do a good job replicating it? I don't remember who the artist was. Got some, but the writer, the Chris Claremont was writing back then. Like I say, the X-Men logo was up here. I don't think there was anything else really going on in the picture. He is underwater, and it says something about, in the description, something about Scott and Madeline's plane going down. So obviously we had made it past the Phoenix Saga, and old Scott had married or hooked up with him a clone of Jean Grey. How much sense does that make? Your lady's gone. Let's see, your lady's gone. Then she shows back up as a Firebird, and or Firehawk, and then she goes away, and then a clone of her shows up, and then you're okay with that. You make baby Cable and get married. Wow, comics or something else. So I can tell you a lot more about X-Men back in that era than I could any other comic. I had a lot of comics, probably a little over 1,000 whenever I got rid of them, but I didn't know a lot about a lot of others. I had all the X-Men, all the X-Factor, all the New Mutants. Anyway, there's old Scott fighting this octopus. Now, I haven't read the inside of that comic or even touched that issue in over 30 years. So, just going off what the description was, and I hate that I lost my collection. So, I'd love to know what you think about the drawing. It's just pencil and colored pencil, it appears. I think I did a pretty good job replicating it. Okay, y'all. Thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna throw those pictures on the end. I do have this paper here to keep the images from the other side from bleeding through. I can't let you have a cheater of what my next video is gonna be about. And it doesn't look as good with stuff bleeding through. Like I said, I got some pictures of the comic that this actually came from at the end. And I kind of like a nature picture or something, some birds or something, a video that I'm going to throw on the end too. All right, later. Oh yeah, if I had to guess when this was drawn, I'm going to say closer in 90, 91, 92, something like that. No later than 94. All right. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope y'all have a great day. Later.